What's going on, guys? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at Mega Bloks Call of Duty collector construction sets. This time we are taking a look at the anti-armor helicopter. This set has 891 pieces and retails for around about $80. That's what I paid for it. I got this on Amazon.com, so you may be able to find it there for yourself or possibly in stores soon. I'm not sure. But let's take a look at the set. It appears that it is based on an Apache helicopter. It's got a really cool kind of monster mouth at the front there, and quite a bit of heavy armament. You can see some guns up here and missile racks along the little wings, as well as this little observation tent or storage tent or whatever exactly is going on down here. I don't know. You do get three micro figures in this set. I do not know if they are based on in-game characters. I'm sure you guys in the comments will let me know down below, and I appreciate the input. I really do, because there's so many characters and things to go, to think about and know in the Call of Duty franchise, and I just don't know many of them, and I apologize for that, but in any case, you can see another shot of the helicopter back here, as well as all the authentic accessories that are included in this set. I'm not entirely sure what this piece is. I'm assuming it's just the figure stands, or new figure stands. My apologies. You get a couple of pistols, you get a couple of rifles, assault rifles, and some just bits and bobs to attach to your figures. Over here we can see some action shots of the model itself, checking out the engines and things like that, and all the instruments and the really cool design of the cockpit and the opening canopies. That's a really nice feature, and I'm eager to see how well that actually plays out once you have the model open and in hand. So without further ado, let's get this thing open, check out the contents of the box, and get started building. Alright, so inside the box, let's dump it all out here. Woo-hoo. Looks like a number of bags. So we've got 1, 2, 3, a number of unnumbered bags, I should say, 4, 5, and this has the canopy, very, very cool. 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is this a second? Huh. Okay, looks like we've got two helicopter canopies, so we'll see if this is like a revised piece or if it's just legitimately an extra one. Curious. Alright, anyway, it looks like to be about 14 bags as well as 1 loose plate. And we've got 2 instruction books here, and yeah, looks to be kind of your typical, Mega Bloks Call of Duty set, which is going to be a whole lot of very small pieces coming together to form a very large item. So that's okay, because the end really justifies the means in this case. So I'm going to go ahead, get started on building, and we will see you guys right back here in just a moment. Alright guys, so here we have the anti-armor helicopter, and like we always do, we're going to take a look at the micro figures first, just kind of get those guys out of the way. So we're going to roll this dude back just a little bit here, and we're going to take a quick look at these guys. So for those of you unfamiliar with Mega Bloks micro figures, they're actually really cool. So they come with, these come with this little stand here. Normally they come with just a little square stand, or no stand at all, typically in the sets. In like smaller sets, you'll tend to find these little figure stands, but the larger sets don't typically include these, but this time we do. We do get some figure stands, and they're a new design. They're like kind of, I don't know, not quite techy looking, but I guess they're meant to represent like natural ground a little bit more, but they just, you know, peg onto those, and they work just fine. So the microfigures themselves are really beautifully posable. You can see this guy, and again, if he is a character, he's got a little bit of a derpy eye there. If he's a character from the games, I'm not sure, and I do apologize for that, but again, I'm just basing this on whether or not it's good, you know, building set. So you can see it does come with a nice little pistol there, and he's got very nice articulation. All these guys do. They've got a ball jointed head. They've got a swiveling universal shoulder joint, swiveling universal elbow joint. They've got a wrist swivel, a waist swivel. They've got ball jointed hips and a knee bend as well, making them really, really nicely posable, especially for figures of their size, and very nicely detailed. You can see he's got some bits and bobs on here so you can attach equipment and things like that. So you get 3 figures in this set. Let me put him back on his little stand here. I already showed him off. So you get this guy and you get 2 pilot figures. They both have the same head. The helmets are not removable. They're just like the helmet piece over a head piece with a little clear visor. But they are permanently attached to the headpiece, so you can't quite get those off. And again, you can see they come with their various different accessories and things like that. There you go. Very cool. These guys are very nice. And you get a little secondary accessory with this set as well, in the form of this tent, actually. So you've got a pallet here, a little brick built pallet with all of these ammunition boxes, and you can open these up. Well, you can pull these off and open these up, and inside you'll find an ammo belt in each one. So you do get 4 extra ammo belts in this set, and we'll show you guys what you can do with those later. So that's a really cool thing as well. And the tent itself is actually very nice. It is a cloth tent over a plastic frame. You can see that it's a brick built frame. We got a little kind of light up in here, some sandbags along the back, and you do at the front of the tent have this flap opening, which you can actually just open up, and it just sits on these little pegs here to keep it closed if you want to keep it closed, but otherwise you can just kind of pop it open and get that going. So that's actually really cool accessory. They got a little radar tower here, and pretty awesome. But I'm going to move this out of the way, and we're going to take a look at the helicopter prop. So as for the helicopter itself, this is based on an Apache helicopter, and the model is very, very nicely done. As you can see, it's all brick built. There are no like giant prefab pieces, with the exception of just this canopy piece, which I'll actually take off and show you guys real quick. We can just detach that, and we can show you. This is the canopy, and basically what you get is just the frame, the very basic frame here. All of the clear pieces are separate glass bits that you pop in yourself, and even these bits here are actually all separate pieces that you attach together to form this canopy. And it actually is a really, really nicely done design. It works very well. They kind of soft lock in place when you close them, and then you can of course pop this right back on to the front of the chopper, just like so, and there you go. And so might as well take a look inside the cockpit as well. I'm going to pop this off once more just to show you guys the inside. So you get some very nice internal bits here, all the instruments and things like that. You've got a flight stick, a little clip here to hold a weapon. I believe that's what that's for. You got another clip here, again, I think to hold, hold weapons or whatever. And 2 seats in total, so you can hold the 2 pilots here, which we'll go ahead and put our 2 pilots in like so. So I don't know, we'll just stick this back here or something. Alright, well, problem being my hands are a little bit too too ham-fisty to actually get in there, so we're just going to go ahead and pop the pilot in. Just like that. There are holes. Ooh, my goodness, I'm breaking stuff all over the place. So there are holes in the backs of the seats that you can put a little peg into, and then that peg will subsequently go into the pilot's back. You can see they've all got the little holes back here, and that will securely hold your pilots in place. But usually it's not such a problem. Just kind of bend this up. Get this guy in kind of a flight position here. Just seat him at the controls. And just peg that all in. And there you go. You can see your pilots are chilling in the helicopter. So you do get the gun underneath here, as well as opening hatches on the side where you can actually put in those ammo belts that you saw earlier. You can put those in here to be used as ammunition for the weapons. There's one on either side, and then you've got, of course, the I don't know if this is radar instruments or like night vision, things like that. All the instruments for the pilots are up here at the front. This does not move, it doesn't swivel or anything like that, so that's just fixed in place. All of these teeth, all of these items here are all printed, so all of the logos and things like that are all printed on here. Even this teeny tiny danger warning is actually printed on a brick, as well as the flag back here. So you can see very nicely done, very solidly built at the back here. You can see this thin piece. I'm holding up the whole model here, and it's got a lot of heft to it. It's got some good weight to it. The propeller spins freely, you can see, and also you've got a couple of things along the sides here. You've got aside from the I believe these are Hellfire missiles or something like that. Something. So you've got a missile pod on the wings, as well as some regular rockets here. So that's really nicely done. The wheels on the bottom. Now, the only complaint I have about these missiles is actually a couple of things, to be honest. These white missiles that are inside this pod here come out very easily, and once they come out, they're a little bit difficult to actually seat inside. So they're all individual little missiles, and of course, now that I'm talking about them, they don't want to come out. But here, we'll just pull this up. Now they're stuck in there. So they're all individual missiles, just like that. And to get them back in, they have like a little seat that they have to hit before they'll like fit in there correctly. And it can be rather difficult to actually get them seated on there. But the problem with these missiles is that they do the front end tends to just slide off on a couple. I have a couple of these where these little tips on the missiles have just gone rolling off into the sunset, never to be seen again. Well, I mean, I did find them, but it was less than enjoyable. But along the back of the helicopter here, you've got some little access panels. You just flip up this little bit here, and then you can flip this down and access the bits inside. That sort of thing. You've got the kind of the thruster engines, or whatever you call them, over on the sides of the helicopter here, the upper sides, and you can open these up and access those as well. So very cool. You do have control over these little engine bits, so that's a very neat thing. Flipping this guy over, you can see the tail rotor is free spinning. It did get in the way of the the tail wings a little bit, but you can just adjust those out of the way as you see fit. And yeah, I mean, overall, it's just a really solid build. This thing took me, honestly, I'd say it took me a good 6 hours to actually build, and a lot of that was simply because, you know, Mega Bloks does not number its bags, so it's just, you know, like 8 or however many bags there were in there. I don't remember, was it like 14 or something like that? So however many bags of just tiny little pieces that are almost all the same exact color. So it took me quite a while to sift through and to find all of the pieces. In fact, I thought I had lost a piece, which was like just a harrowing event until I realized that it just rolled on the table underneath my laptop and was just kind of stuck under there. So, you know, crisis averted, but it would be nice if Mega Bloks would add, you know, a couple duplicates, especially of the small pieces that there are only 1 or 2 of in any given set, just because losses and things like that do happen. But other than that, this is a really, really nice set. It's well up there on my list of favorites as far as Mega Bloks Call of Duty goes. I think it's well worth the asking price. Originally, when I saw the pictures, I was like, I don't know, it seems kind of pricey for what you get there, but in hand, this thing is a really beautifully made model. It was not torture to build like some sets can be. It was actually, there were interesting building techniques involved, which is nice, always nice to see. And yeah, it was just a really, really solid model with a lot of cool playable features, and it just looks cool as all get out. But yeah. I'm very happy with this model. Again, it's going to run you about $80, and it is well over 800 pieces, so I think the value is there, and it's a nice, nice large, solid model as well. So very, very cool. Very happy with that. So with that, I'm going to end the review there. I want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It really does help me out. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. There are more new Mega Bloks Call of Duty sets coming out. There are also the Mega Bloks Destiny sets coming out, and I'd like to get a hold of those, although I've never played Destiny. They just look cool, so if you guys can forgive my ignorance in that regard, I'll pick some of those up and just show them to you. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.